Sunny Boo Productions, a local leader in non-porno filmmaking. Welcome to Almost Adequate, live from my basement on Facebook Live. Good evening, it's Nuber here. Joined this evening with my dear friend, Rick Cannon. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
We got a lot we got to go over tonight. We got a lot of cool people to talk to, including my friend, PCP, aka Popcorn Pam. She's here. She's moved her, she used to be over at the North Market, you know that. I don't know how many people know that.
Yes.
Know that she moved, actually. She's now at 9558 East Johnstown Road in Gahanna. She's expanding the popcorn business to include more than popcorn, so we're going to chat with her, do some taste testing and that kind of stuff here.
Right on the corner of Hamilton Road and Johnstown Road.
Exactly, in Gahanna.
Yep.
Also joining me tonight, as always, Peter John Ross. Thank you, sir, for being back. You got the nice, fancy camera. God, that looks beautiful. Can you cut back to yourself one more time? That is like hanging the Mona Lisa in a crack house. The way that camera, the nice, fancy camera looks, it's just unfortunate it's panned on you right now.
It's now in my contract that my camera has to be way fancier and nicer than everybody else's.
Contract. Like the old one was, I think, written on a Dos Equis bottle. So, also joining me, Mike Miletic and Micah Jenkins running sound tonight. So big thanks to those fellas. Okay. We got to start things off tonight talking about, clarifying something that happened on the Almost Adequate page earlier this week. Tess posted, who is not here tonight. I invited her in. She couldn't make it. Not a big deal. She said it's cool to talk about this. She posted a video on the page of me having a little bit of a meltdown that happened on Saturday night with no context.
None. I was very confused, but it was,
here's
it
the
was
thing.
interesting. It was funny.
It was funny, but I had two people come up to me specifically and say, what was that all about? Which is not unnormal. I mean, not normal. We get that a lot here. But the two people were my girlfriend and my boss. Said, right. What was going on with that? And I'm like, I can't explain it to you right now. I need a couple minutes to explain this. So that's what we're going to do right now. And if this segment sucks, this is not my fault, Tess. This is your fault for posting that video without any context. So the video was taken Saturday night, okay? Of course, Saturday was the Great Summer Smokeout Express Live. I got to thank Chris and Kevin, fans of the show, thanked me for doing it and really enjoyed watching it. So Chris and Kevin, thank you very much for coming up and saying something very nice to me. So we'll start at the beginning of the day at 10 a.m. We were out, the crew was out the night before shooting some material for the show. You're going to catch a little glimpse of that a little bit later on. So it was a late night. Through no fault, a working late night, right. Not a drinking late night. And I got woken up at 10 a.m. to a text message from Tess. Ross, go ahead and hit this one. This is what she sent me. And this is because I'm going to provide audio-visual evidence of everything that happened. You can see that. Hey, bud, can you give me a quick refresher on how to record phone calls properly? I know the phone button is behind you, but I want to make sure I'm using the right pots. I plan on it. So it's industry lingo.
Oh, yes.
She wants me to give her a recap at 10:12 a.m. The broadcast doesn't even start until 2. So it's 4 hours away, and she's waking me up with a text message wanting me to explain stuff to her. And there I said, Bill the engineer is going to be there. He's going to do that.
So wait, she's not even in the studio yet?
Not even.
That's
she's
what,
not on.
Saturday shifts are 6 a.m. to noon.
Right.
Noon to 6.
She's not even in there, and she wants me to give her a refresher. And
okay.
And that's the way I woke up. Not a great way to wake up. But anyway, I get down there. Start getting things set up, and she's good. Like Bill, the engineer, explained everything to her, got her all set up, and right. She's like, "Yeah, I'm good." 5 minutes before the broadcast is supposed to start, what do you think happens?
Panic mode.
I don't have anything. She's like, none of this works. I don't know what's going on right now. What's happening? So it's incumbent upon me with 5 minutes until the live broadcast starts because the engineer left because he was like, "I got everything set up. I'm gonna go, grab some food." So
you actually went down to the studio?
I'm there at the venue, and I'm having to explain to her and troubleshoot basically what's going on. So I'm going to do everything. And Ross, pull up a picture of the board, please. This is a picture of the board that, look at this
great.
thing.
Yes.
You know this thing well.
I know it well.
It's a board, 1981's finest technology there, still in effect.
Ironically enough, Tess taught me the board.
Okay, and it's a board,
yep.
And it functions,
absolutely.
But I'm forced to explain the board to her and the functions basically the phone. It's a Comrex line. It's a little different.
Right.
Anyway, I'm going through it and I'm fixing some things, but she's still not being able to hear us. And in the upper right-hand corner of that board, there's a knob, and this is very technical. Ross, I want you to fire the next one. Upper right-hand corner. It's a very technical thing. Ross, you're not going to understand this. I just need you to kind of bear with me. It's called the volume button.
Right.
You turn it clockwise,
yeah.
and it makes things louder.
Boom.
She was wondering why she couldn't hear us. She needed to turn.
Everything was set. All she had to do was turn the volume up.
But it got acrimonious. It got heated. There was some yelling going on, and that ends up being the problem. So I end up saying to her, anyway, once it was all over with, what she said to me was not, geez, dude, I'm sorry for yelling. Man, I really appreciate the fact that you did that, you know, or I'm sorry, I'm such a bonehead. Not even that. It was, well, I had it turned up, just not up enough to hear it. I'm like, okay. All right. Which comes to my, like, I'm noticing a distinct lack of gratitude at this point. Okay. So day continues. All right. So we're 2 strikes and it's like noon at this point.
What was the first one?
The text message waking me up. with that.
Yeah, you don't like to be.
Not at that hour, man. She knew better.
Even doing middays, you've come along a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It used to be 11 a.m.
Right. Don't holler at an Uber.
Well, she knew though. She was out with us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She knew it was a late night.
Right.
So anyway, it continues throughout the day. I'm out hanging out with people. You know, at the smoke out, we're working.
Yep.
There's great bands playing out there, but we're working. We're doing a whole bunch of things. We're talking to people, and then the texts begin coming in from Tess asking me questions like, Ross, go ahead and fire the next one. All right. So basically, she hasn't transferred her. Oh, she transferred her account from Michigan to a Columbus bank. Still hasn't gotten her debit card yet. She forgot to go to the bank before the weekend. So, you know, she doesn't have the cash and she doesn't have a debit card. So now I'm playing friggin' parking authority here. Right? I'm having to dictate to her where to park. That's the only thing you can see at the bottom there. That's the only thing I could come up with. Victorian Village and walk. All right.
So she didn't have any cash and so she couldn't.
She couldn't pay to park.
Yeah.
Right. So again, we're continuing. I'm meeting people, hanging out. Again, shout out to my new friends, Chris and Kevin. Thank you for watching the show. Appreciate you guys so much.
Shout out Chris and Kev.
Thank you. So anyway, continuing on. The next text message comes in. Go ahead, Ross. Fire this one. So we're still out there. Okay. Can you buy me 1 beer and I'll pay you back? Put it on my tab. I have one created, by the way. The Nuber can suck my... So she's wanting beer, okay, for me to buy her beer. Which my response was, now I'm having fun with it at this point. I'll buy you as many as I need to deal with you, which was honestly my point.
I like the emoji though.
I tried.
It was some love and sarcasm with it.
Yeah, and I try. I try with Tess. I try really hard. I know you love her. I love her.
Yeah, I know you do. And this is the nature of you and Tess's relationship
I think
since I've known y'all.
I think that's fair. But so anyway, she shows up. We have a great time at the show. And then we leave a little early, go hit up the bar around the corner from this place. Because, we at that point, the workday was done. Time to celebrate a little bit. We go in there. We start drinking beer. And I start drinking pretty heavily. Because the workday's done, right?
Yeah,
I'm done. So I buy us Keno ticket. We're going to watch the Keno drawing. I was going to split whatever we won with her, even though she didn't contribute, because I'm a nice, decent guy. And I love Tess, So we continue to go there, and she's playing the nudie photo hunt game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Crack machine.
I'm terrible at it. I'm
Right.
terrible at the nudie photo hunt. Because when I see titties, my eyes are locked on the titties. My eyes don't move from the titties. I don't know if her shoe color changes. I'm not aware of these things because I'm staring at titties.
It's the one where you got to figure out what's different.
The difference between the two photos.
Gotcha.
And she's insisting that I'm playing with her, but I don't contribute to this game because I'm locked on the titties. I'm sorry. The caveman brain kicks over.
Areola on the mind.
Nothing I can do about it. So anyway, I'm watching the Keno drawing. She's talking to me, drinking beer, having a good time. So anyway, time to go. And she's like, well, you got to cash in the Keno ticket, okay? And I go, no, I've been watching the numbers. There's only $2 on the Keno ticket. We're good. I'll get it some other time. She goes, you don't know that. I'm like, I didn't want to tell her this, but watching the Keno numbers was the most entertaining thing going on at that bar, including her conversation.
Including the titties on the screen?
Including the titties on the screen, because I knew I wasn't good at it, so it's like once I knew not to look, I was good.
Yeah.
So I kept on watching the keynote numbers, and I kept track, and I noticed there's only $2. She doesn't believe me that I've been watching them the entire time. She's convinced I missed something.
Right.
So she goes and grabs one of the bouncers at the bar and goes, my friend here doesn't think there's any money on this. And I said, no, there's $2 on it. You need to run this. The bouncer. And the bouncer's like, hang on 1 second. So he stops the bartender. She has to stop what she's doing to run the Keno numbers.
Right.
Ross, I'm gonna bring you into this conversation. Ross, how much money do you think was on that Keno card? Pull yourself up there for a second. How much money do you think was on that Keno card?
$2.
$2 fucking dollars, Cannon. $2 fucking dollars on that Keno card. So, and she's like, and at that point, we have bothered the bartender to run this ticket that I knew $2 were on there. So I tipped her the $2.
Right.
And Tess goes, well, you should have given the $2 to me. I need the money right now. I'll get you back. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So we go and we're just getting food because I just want to eat. You know, I'm pretty intoxicated. I'm not driving at this point. So, yeah, I'm not driving, Mom. So I'm not driving. We decide to go to McDonald's. We order food, and the total came to $12.71. And that's when she decided she wanted to try and impress me with her mathematic calculating abilities. She looks at me and goes, you know, had you kept the $2,
yes,
the total would have been $10.71. And at that point, given the entire scope of the day, out of frustration, and there was a humorous aspect just because I'm done at that point.
Right.
I'm done. I've been embarrassed. I've been run up the wall. I've yelled. I've been woken up. So the following happens. Ross, fire the video that she posted.
This asshole thinks he's walking home. Or he's really walking home. He's really gone. Where is Nuba? Dude, I'm going to kill you. For almost giving me a fucking heart attack.
I reject taking a ride from you on principle. I will see you at my house in about 5 minutes.
God damn it. Look, your food's gonna get cold.
I know, it smells amazing, but fuck you.
Get in here now. I will seriously. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm hurting. Stop. Stop. Just take me home and give me McDonald's.
What is wrong with him? Are you happy now, dude? You're home.
I just wanted some fucking McDonald's and be left alone tonight.
And we have it. And you still won't shut the fuck up and just eat it.
I just want to be left alone. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go into my bedroom in about a half hour, just throw it at my head. Just leave me alone.
All right, so that was basically the context with the. She broke me, man. She broke me.
You reached your breaking point. It was a wrap.
I had just had enough, man. I had just had enough, and that was the context behind which that video was created. I normally don't behave that way. I've never walked home from McDonald's or felt like that was a safe, prudent thing to do.
Is this Hamilton and Winchester Pike McDonald's?
Let's not give. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I was kind of hoping that I was going to keep my situation here, the location of the almost adequate compound hidden for a while, but it's fine if you don't put it out there. But yes, that is correct.
Well, they don't know how far the walk was. I do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like, at that point, I was done.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this to the ladies, too. If your man comes to a point, and I'm saying this, but when you're with a dude, okay, it can be your friend, can be your significant other, when he has just had enough and decided, okay, I'm just separating myself from the situation, let him. Just let him go. He'll be back.
He'll shake it off.
I wasn't going to just leave. I wasn't going to go to Mexico. I was going to go to my place. Just give me an opportunity to just cool off and just get away from her for a second. I would have been good, but she just can't. She can't do that. She can't do that. Ross, what is up, my man? You have something to put...
I am so torn because it feels like, right, for the show, it feels like you're attacking Tess, but she drew first blood by posting of that video on the page.
With no context.
So I'm a little torn, and I'm going to call this a draw between. I don't feel like you defending yourself is a bad thing.
Ross, pull me back up. You're framing this discussion in an incorrect way. I'm not trying to say who's right and who's wrong. I am not without blame here, Cannon.
Right.
Oh,
But I am just
come
providing
on.
context to the day that she put me
He
through
said it.
that created this.
You said she broke you. It was.
I was done. I was done.
Pushed him to the limit. That was a wrap.
And you know what? It's all good with me and Tess now.
Yeah,
But
always
you know what?
is.
The most upset I was the fact that she posted that without any context, that it just looked like I lost my fucking mind.
Right.
I am perfectly capable of making myself look like that on my own. I don't need Tessa's help by posting videos, right? So she needs to know better. She needs to check with me first, and give me a heads up on these things. And that's all I ask. So Tess, please, just be a little bit more thoughtful next time. That's all I ask. Ross, is that too much? Am I way out of line here?
No. But
Thank you.
I mean,
Stop,
you
Patrick.
just brought a tank to a knife fight with all the graphics and explanation you just
Listen,
did.
she's gonna
That's
think,
how he
she's
does.
Gonna, she's gonna think twice before she's gonna say something without context. Go ahead, Cannon.
There's cats, there was things back in the day in the studio where people would leave their Facebook up or leave something else up.
And it would be
this guy,
Go ahead.
he goes ham. He goes ham all the way every time.
A measured response is not in my character.
Right.
It's just not. And I'm hoping that that's a deterrent to people, but in Tessa's case, she knows me better than just about anybody. She didn't pick up on that.
Right.
So, whatever, now she knows. Now she knows. All right, we're moving on. In fact, we're moving on to something really awesome that we did the other night that we mentioned earlier. The fact that this thing that we have created I enjoy it a lot. If nothing else, I'm enjoying this.
Hell
okay?
yeah.
And it's not cheap. We got lights, we got cameras, we got people everywhere. This is a lot of fun, but it's not cheap. And eventually we're going to come to the point.
Not cheap.
Yes, Ross knows firsthand. And eventually we've got to come to the point we're going to fund this. We're not capable enough to come up with good ways of funding this thing ourselves. So we decided to crowdsource the idea on the street last night in the Arena District. Ross, do you think that's a fair setup for this next thing that people are going to see?
We were looking for unique ways to fundraise. And
Right.
Since we really have no ideas at all, we decided to take it to the street.
And we came up with a bunch of great videos, some of which we're going to show to you guys right now.
Hey, it's Tess, and this show might be almost adequate, but I can assure you the budget is not even fucking close. So we're gonna ask people how to change that. We are trying to raise money for our podcast, Almost Adequate, the Peter John Ross Bikini Car Wash.
That sounds like a great time.
I think you would have a better chance if you did it than if he did it.
That guy right there.
Yes, definitely almost adequate is the right terminology for it.
Peter John Ross. Is that a porn star?
I think that you guys should get a little bit more revealing bathing suits. I mean, it looks great, but I mean, look, I'm not going to get a boner off of that. We need to see some more skin.
Peter John Ross.
Is that a politician or something?
Bikini Car Wash.
Bikini, if he wore a two-piece, I think you could raise some decent amount of money.
Okay.
Let's get rid of those hats. Maybe put on some cowboy boots. Or, you guys have like a 10-gallon hat? Look, let's go big or go home, okay?
He's got some nice titties going on there.
Do you have any other ideas that could help us raise money for this podcast?
No, ma'am. I'm the funny one, not the smart one.
I think that
Good idea.
that's almost adequate right there.
Bunch of great people down there in the Arena District the other night. We got a bunch of great segments from that. Ross, the Peter John Ross Bikini Car Wash, are you committed to this or not? Did that sell you that this is a good idea that I came up with?
No.
Oh, not at all. Okay.
Would you?
I agree with one guy that it would possibly be a little bit better if we used Tess over me. I mean, I think probably about 60-40 in terms of income between me and Tess.
I disagree with that. I think that we're going for, the lowest common denominator here. We got to use you. Because then we'd have people like Popcorn Pam coming by the Peter John Ross Bikini Car Wash. Hey Pam, how are you?
First of all, you need
Put it right up to your face.
This
There you
back up in the kitchen. Poor Leslie needs a
My
kitchen
girlfriend.
table.
What?
You're Leslie. That
I know.
kitchen. Oh my God! You can't even.
There's no counter space.
There's no counters. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes.
This is the kitchen table.
This is the
There's
dungeon,
stuff
baby.
on the floor.
I love
Shit
it.
on the floor.
I love it
everywhere.
Don't you love it when you invite somebody over to your house
And they-
and they immediately start shitting over the place where you live?
I was. She needs a kitchen.
Okay.
I see
okay.
why she's not cooking for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Absolutely,
That's
I
fine.
wouldn't cook for
thank,
you.
thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you,
Welcome
Pam.
to the Honeycomb Hideout.
Almighty.
This is the dungeon.
Pam,
Yes.
thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
You used to be at the North Market.
Right.
You left there. You moved to the new pad, 9558 East Johnstown Road in Gahanna.
955 East Johnstown Road.
What is it? 955 East
East
Johnstown
Johnstown
Road.
Road.
Yeah. So you told me the wrong address.
No, well, I might have.
Okay. 10 to 5 p.m. you guys are open over there. You have expanded your scope from popcorn like you had at the North Market. You are now into the sausage
into
world.
sausage.
What
Eat
was,
your mic a little bit, baby.
God,
What was your inspiration behind the sausage? Tell the people, please.
2 years ago.
Go ahead one more time.
2 years ago, this started because you were doing Johnsonville Brock giveaway,
Yep.
and so I just said I got to start doing dogs.
Yep. It was a crowning moment of my radio career when I was giving away bratwurst.
And
Coupons for bratwurst. Like it's not, we weren't gonna have the receptionists like tomahawk sausages at
Right.
people. Coupons for bratwurst, and for some reason you were like, oh my God.
it just was like that moment. So anyway, you inspired, and I started doing it, and I was doing well. Mm-hmm. Then I got shut down.
North Market said no
No
sausages.
sausage, no illegal sausage selling.
Bootleg sausages at Pam's Popcorn Market.
I thought this was popcorn. You slanging sausage out here.
All
But
right.
it was good. But anyways, long story short, not there anymore. But now I have done it. I have created the Nuber sausage sandwich.
I have never had a food item in this town named after me.
Well,
I've had
I don't
laws.
know why, because with
Laws.
the kitchen upstairs that you don't have, you can't cook anything. Poor Leslie.
Okay. All right. I've had laws named after me,
Yes.
and like legal doctrine. Never sausages or any type of food item. So what do we have here?
We have here a Chicago dog.
Okay.
So we're doing those. Poppy seed bun. What the heck?
Yeah. Your friend Bob, who you brought here without my permission.
I love Bob.
He brought in
You wouldn't
flies.
let him come down here.
I swear to God, I don't have flies in my house.
He said,
Bob
"You are
walks
not
in here,
coming
there's
down."
Flies everywhere. So I'm gonna try this. So I get to
That
pick.
is, yes, mustard. No, mustard, pickle,
Candy, grab the other
tomato.
half there.
Have another half. Everybody, anybody else? Here, have one.
Is this the other half right here with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sesame seeds?
Celery salt.
There's some pickles on there.
I'm
Just
doing a quick
pickle,
one.
neon relish, onion,
Oh,
never ketchup.
you make these sausages?
No, I don't.
No.
They're from Chicago. And then,
love it.
okay,
I love
this Nuber sausage
Okay.
is Italian sausage
Where am I at?
with popcorn meatballs. That is my smoked Gouda. We have to decide if I'm doing
Which one do you want? Which one? You grab whichever one.
Here's smoked
one?
Gouda cheese sauce,
right.
onions.
So I'm picking. To be clear, I'm picking
And-
which one is
Yeah.
going to be the Nuber dog.
You wanna
This-
try
with-
it?
With
this
help
is-
of my man Cannon over
This is
there.
fantastic. I feel like I'm on the chew right now. Or some
All right,
shit.
we'll have you do this one first. And it's gonna get messy because it's been sitting.
Right. What do I do? Okay.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay. Okay. That's.
Soggy sausage. Is-
Let me get.
Oh
let
my
me-
goodness.
Let me camera
Oh, look
one.
at that.
Camera one, please.
Oh God.
It's gonna be messy.
It's a hot mess.
That's the smoked Gouda. You have.
I don't
the
taste.
marinara.
I don't taste the smoke so much.
Well, it was.
Okay.
It's a light smoke.
It's a light
I'll
smoke.
work on that.
Okay. And then the final one.
Oh, I didn't cut this. Hold on. Sorry.
It's fine. Just.
I'm just gonna rip it.
That's fine.
No, I can't.
I trust you.
No, it's gonna go everywhere.
Okay. Let me just do this thing right here. Let me grab it. So, and then this is the same thing, right? No.
No, different sauce. Just if I'm going with mozzarella and Parmesan.
I'm a fan of this one. Yeah. Pull up
Sorry.
the microphone.
And I'm gonna get marinara on there.
Honestly, if I had my choice between the three,
I
I'm
love
going
how
with
it's
number
just-
two.
I love how I was just sitting on the table
Which
there.
one? The
The Gou-
Parmesan with the Gouda.
With the Gouda.
But more smoke.
Yeah.
And what do did he have what I had?
You didn't get the smoked
this is
Gouda.
the-
He didn't get the Gouda. You didn't get the Gouda.
Ross,
Gouda.
Ross, are you seeing this right now? Are you
yeah.
seeing what's happening right
Cat
now?
cameo
Oh,
is
there
about to
comes
go
the
down.
this thing.
What-
20 pounds.
We've been waiting for this.
What's his? What's
That's Sky Romby.
Sky Romby?
Yes, and there he goes. It's just like that.
Because there's food in this house.
We've been waiting for 6 months for that to happen. It just happened right now. He smelled the sausage. All right, so that happened. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, let's go with number two, the one with the smoked Gouda.
The smoked Gouda.
That
That is it.
I hereby call it the Nuber dog.
Okay, that
you
is
have
it.
been called the Nuber dog. I got a question for you. Since you've moved from the North Market to Gahanna, are you afraid that Diamond Joe Biden won't be able to find you next time he comes to town. Ross, pull up the photo. Before Scaramucci, Giant Diamond Joe Biden was my
He'll be
spirit
back
creature.
Twice.
And there he is with a blur. That is actually you.
That is my hair, but
And-
he'll be back.
Diamond Joe definitely staring at your cans, if I know anything about that man.
He gave me a kiss.
Oh,
Of course
shoot.
he did. Slipped your tongue and
no,
everything.
no, no, no,
didn't
no,
he?
no, 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 no.
Pam, thank you for coming in. Your grand opening is when?
Don't know yet. I'm waiting. I'm going to be a grandma any day. So
Congratulations.
yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Yep. I don't know. I'll make an announcement on my Facebook page.
Okay.
So-
So the grand opening happening 955 East Johnstown Road within the month. Is that fair
Yes,
to say?
that's
within
fair
a
to
month.
say.
The grand opening going to be happening out there, and I'm going to invite Diamond Joe. I'm
Okay.
just going to be like,
It's just a new destination. He's going to have to come.
Popcorn Pam requests your attendance.
Are all these going to be
Those
there?
will all be there, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
So
and then I'm going to be
outstanding.
doing Italian beef in about a month or less.
And of course, you're going to have popcorn.
I have popcorn with bacon. I didn't bring any today, sorry.
Yes.
Oh man.
Because I know that
Let me tell you
that's
something.
one of the secret
Back
ingredients.
on me. Back on me, please, Ross. The cheddar popcorn from Pam's Popcorn Market, best thing on planet Earth. It is like a meal. I feel like I'm eating a meal with the candied bacon and the cheddar. It's a delicious meal every single time I'm able to get a hold of it.
I love all the popcorns, all three of them.
I was embarrassing. I was eating and it went down my shirt. I picked it out of my shirt, just like
Okay.
out of habit.
Okay.
Just now?
No, the
Oh.
bacon. When I just did it like
You didn't
nonchalantly.
Let's
I
not
didn't
talk
think-
about health code
I didn't
violations on
think
the show,
about-
please, while we're trying to promote your business.
No, I
Please?
just ate bacon.
What's this one going to be called? Is it?
What?
No. The name of the store now.
It's called Pam's Market Popcorn and Windy City Eats.
And Windy City Eats.
Windy City Eats.
So the Nuber dog has been officially named. You can get it
Okay.
at
I'm
Pam's
doing
Popcorn
the smoked
Market
Gouda.
during the grand opening. Coming your way within the month. 955 East Johnstown Road in Gahanna is the new place. You gonna have beer there too? Yes? No?
Someday.
Okay. So thank you, Pam,
Thank
for
you.
coming in. It was absolutely delicious. Don't
Nice kitchen table.
Don't
downstairs.
thank you. Don't ever bring Bob with you again. Ross, I got one question for you. We're going to be back in 1 week. We are normally 2 weeks away. We're going to be back in 1 week, and we have a very special guest, a Hollywood actor. I want you to sell this guy. Ross, you're laughing. The man is a legend, right?
George is a very good guy. He would dispute the Hollywood actor thing.
Well, he's got a SAG card, and he was on James Corden, right?
He did have a cameo on James Corden's primetime special just a few weeks ago.
So we have major Hollywood actors coming into Almost Adequate 2 weeks from right now. I'm excited for this. I'm taking the day off work. I'm so excited.
1
for
week,
this.
baby.
1 week. That's right. 1 week.
Yeah.
What's the date on that? That would be the 17th. 17th. That's happening.
17th.
17th happening here in my basement, Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me on another edition of Almost Adequate, live from my basement.